So today I'm taking part of CEDAM's Developers Forum, and CEDAM is the Community Economic Development Association of Michigan. I think that's what it stands for. But opportunity for me to be able to talk about my experience as to how I got to where I am at now, and more importantly, the formation of partnerships when it comes to these types of projects that we're working on, whether it be from our GC and architects to our funding partners to the city and to the state. These are the types of conversations that we're going to be having today, and pretty excited about it because this gives me an opportunity to hopefully help more people get into development in a way that allows for them to avoid any type of pitfall, or some pitfalls that could be avoidable if they hear from somebody who has went through certain things and or has seen certain things from other development teams and projects, to in turn hopefully help them once again avoid those different roadblocks and speed bumps as they try to flesh out an idea, get a project off the ground, so on and so forth. But I won't necessarily be recording too much in there because this is a paid event, and I want to make sure I respect CEDAM and MEDC's programming as they do these types of events throughout the state throughout the year. And so, but I really do appreciate the offer and the invite for me to be able to come out and tell a little bit about my story and in hopes of motivating others to keep fighting the good fight in the development realm.
So thank you for being here. Thank you for braving the beautiful spring weather. My name is Emily Rice. I'm the Director of Communications and Housing Initiatives at CEDAM. We're very thrilled to welcome you to the Housing Developers Forum. If you're not familiar with CEDAM, we are the statewide membership organization for community economic development. So that means we serve our members through a variety of ways. The biggest three are through capacity building, policy advocacy, and a variety of other programs that benefit the communities that you all serve. So we're really thrilled to be here and talk to you more about our work. Our housing team's focus is on developing an equitable ecosystem for housing developers across the state, and this event is an important way that we do that. So make sure to say hello to our housing team. We have Sandy Pearson over here, Teresa Gelati, and Jessica Akmoudi is our policy director. So we work really closely with them to advance policies that help you do your work. So make sure you stop by our table. This is the second year that we have partnered with the Federal Home Loan Bank of Indianapolis, the Michigan Economic Development Corporation, and the Michigan State Housing Development Authority to host an event geared toward connecting developers, both aspiring and experienced, with state partners, financial institutions, and other housing development stakeholders. And we know that the need for housing is very high, and the challenges that developers face to get housing built are many. So we wanted to put an event together that really focuses on collaboration and the importance of that, because we know that no matter what community or the context in which you're working, that is a key to getting your community-centered housing developments across the finish line. So I am very excited for the insightful conversations that we're going to have today. I hope you all meet someone new who could be your next partner in this work. We have some really, really fantastic speakers, so I hope you meet with them afterward as well.
Hi everyone, my name is Anna Shires. I'm the Vice President and Associate Director of Community Investment Outreach for the Federal Home Loan Bank of Indianapolis, which that is all a mouthful. I am based in Detroit, but my role focuses on the state of Michigan. We are so excited to be co-hosting this event with our good friends at CEDAM, MSHDA, and MEDC. Our organizations joined forces together for another year to make sure that we continue to create opportunities for housing stakeholders across the state to learn together in the same room, learn how to build and preserve housing, as well as understand some key resources that we all have available for you. Each of our 4 organizations really thoughtfully designed this event, but I do need to give a special shout out to CEDAM that did a lot of the heavy lifting on the logistics side, so thank you to CEDAM. So, for those that aren't as familiar with the Federal Home Loan Bank of Indianapolis, I'm going to give you the quickest explanation I can, which isn't super quick because it's pretty complex, but I'm going to try. So, the Federal Home Loan Bank of the system is really unique, and it has a sole function in this country that really no other system does. We were created out of Congress in response to the Great Depression, and we've been around for close to 100 years. We serve as a bank for other banks, credit unions, and CDFIs, and insurance companies. We are not a direct lender. You'll never see a branch of ours or an ATM. However, in the background, we are lending billions of dollars directly to community banks, credit unions, and CDFIs. The system is carved out into districts, like the Federal Reserve, and the Home Loan Bank of Indianapolis includes 2 states, Indiana and Michigan. And so now, thank you for bearing with me, we get to the fun part of why I'm here, and the primary driver of why we're all here today. The Federal Home Loan Bank of Indianapolis returns a very high percentage of its net earnings back into the form of grants, low-cost loans, and strategic initiatives to support Michigan and Indiana communities. We recently announced that we have over $73 million in grant funding in 2025 alone. That's a lot of money. So let me flip the page here. We provide down payment assistance, home repair support, and small business support. But the one program I want to make sure to highlight to all of you is our Affordable Housing Program, also known as AHP. It is the biggest grant program that we have, and we have just under $30 million in grant funding for 2025 to help fill gaps in affordable housing rental and homeownership projects, and we provide up to $1 million per project. This gap funding helps support smaller affordable housing projects, as well as larger tax credit projects. We are often filling the gaps in MSHDA's tax credit projects. We have seen our gap funding layered with MEDC's gap funding, and developers using our funding are often involved in CEDAM's initiatives, which is why we're all here today. I'm excited to share that Michigan has received the highest number of affordable housing awards in 2024 since the program started in the early 90s. So we are gaining a lot of momentum here. This is partly because we have a lot more money available than we ever have before, but a lot of it is because most of you, or all of you, are becoming more and more aware of the program and are pursuing the funds. So I just want to keep that momentum going for Michigan. So just as our system is unique, so is the way that one project accesses these dollars. Projects must work with a member financial institution to apply for our funding. We have a lot more information available on if a project qualifies on our webpage. And if you're interested in learning more about this program, I am of course here to talk to you about that. But I'm also thrilled that we have several key staff from our awesome affordable housing program team, and they're located right over here. So quick wave. So this team is also here to answer questions about the program, and we'll be near that table so that you can easily find them during the networking event. So now, with my lengthy, shameless plug being over, I can start to introduce our panel.